There is a couple of more examples given, so I will take them as well because they are mentioned in there. A Chinese and a Sri Lankan friend goes to a restaurant in China. So this Sri Lankan friend is invited to China. He goes to China and he's taken to a restaurant in China. So they go and eat. And the Sri Lankan friend is saying, oh, these are really nice. And he eats it, he enjoys everything. And then after, just before they finish, he's got some bones on the plate. The Sri Lankan friend. And then comes a dog. I know these are not common here, but in Asia they are common, right? Dogs are everywhere. You can see if you go to Sri Lanka, dogs are everywhere. Right? So a dog comes and this Sri Lankan friend throws a little bone to the dog. The dog runs away. Normally if you throw a bone to the dog will always take that happily. But this time the dog runs away, and then the dog comes back, and then he throws another bone, and then the dog barks and he runs away again. So what that means is the only bone that the dog doesn't eat is the dog's bone. They don't like it, they will never eat them. So then the Sri Lankan friend understands what meat he was eating all this time. He had been eating dog's meat. And Sri Lankans are not used to eating dog meat. So from that moment, he can't keep it anymore. He throws out, definitely, right? But did the taste change after getting to know this? So what happened after getting to know? It's the mind. So this is what you need to understand, right? Nothing else happened. The taste didn't change. He said it was tasty, so it must have been tasty. That's why he said it's tasty. But what changed? His mind. Oh my God, he can't eat dogs. He might have been thinking, oh my God, how did I eat dog? So that is what happened. So things like that, right? There is another example given, and that is a neighbor's son throws a stone onto your head, right? The neighbor's son doesn't even realize it hit your head, and you get injured. You stay in the hospital for some days, and you come back, and after a few years, he's grown up now. You go to the neighbor's place, and then comes the boy. He comes home after school. Now you know this is the culprit. He hit you on the head, and you got injured, and you even spent some time in the hospital. Now you are angry. You have an anger inside you. So the neighbor sees the son. What does he feel when he sees the son? And what do you feel when you see the son? When you see his son? You're seeing the same picture. You're seeing the same son. But what you feel and what he feels are different. Right? And then the neighbor talks to his son. And he talks back, saying hello. And then he says hello to you. So you're listening to his voice. You're listening to his sound. Are you angry or are you happy to have listen to that? And then, say for example, he comes and hugs his father. So for his father, he smells so good. When he hugs, if say he comes and hugs you, you have an anger inside you. You're like, oh my God, he smells, because he's sweating or something, right? So even it's the same smell, but for you, you feel like it's worse. And then imagine he brings something home, a piece of cake from school or something, and he gives, oh, do you want some? And then you'll be like, I don't want his cake. You understand? And say he comes and when he hugs, the touch you get, it's not the same touch as his father got, because it's how it's created in the mind. Paticca samuppada. This is where the paticca samuppada starts. So this is what you need to understand, right? Those are the examples given, and ultimately what you need to understand is in the 18 places, when we say 18 places, we looked at the eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind, and then the 6 from outside, which are visions, sounds, smell, taste and touch and thoughts, and then the consciousness, like the seeing is called the eye consciousness, the ear consciousness is the hearing. So in these 18 places there is no asada. Asada is mentally fabricated in the mind on top of this 18. That is why it's called upadana skandhya. So that is what you need to understand.